Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava. First of all, let me thank Mr. Karthik and Girish and all of you to invite me here and then ask me to share my journey. So the topic that has been given to me today is my life story and leadership lessons. Whenever somebody gives an introduction, please discount it by 50%. Because I feel more comfortable. When I'm on the ground, I can deliver better. When I'm elevated, I can't deliver better. So Girish has given me a very, high-fi kind of an introduction. Discount it by 50%. And I would like to be a humble student in the whole process. Because each one of you is a leader here. I don't know what to talk with leaders. I have to now again share my knowledge. So, leader, how do I define a leader? L stands for one who loves everybody, who loves enemies, who is not a clutch but a ladder. A leader is a ladder. And then E stands for eyesight and walks like an elephant, has a vision. A, who has got an aptitude and an appetite to learn. Then D, who can diagnose things, who can diagnose things. And then R, who has a roadmap, who has a vision. But at the end of the day, I believe, I'm just sharing my journey, that I believe a leader is one who is an excellent human being. That is the bottom line. I was born in a village called GORUR, near Hassan district. A beautiful village with nature. You can find Hemavati river on one side. You can find lands on the other side. A famous writer, GORUR Ramaswamy Iyengar, whose film became Bhutayana Maga Ayu, became a very famous film. I was born there in a village. My father was a teacher and an agriculturist. His name is G.N.K. G.N. Krishna Iyengar. My mother is G.K. Gola. The first leader for me was my father, because my father had 20 acres of paddy lands and we used to work with all kind of people. And he used to tell me always, the people who work with you are not laborers. Don't call them as laborers. Please treat them as extended family members. You can call me as GK, just GK, okay? GK, sitting on the laps of my dad used to give me 5 rupees fresh notes to give incentives for all these extended family members. So every week my task was to sit on the lap of my dad, give these 5 rupee notes to each one of them. So no caste, no religion, nothing, one family. And my father used to sit and have food along with them. So the first leader for me is my dad, where I learned a lesson that everybody is an extended member. It's not just India today, it is not just US today, globe is one. And everybody is an extended member today. The second thing is my mom. I never used to go to school till 7th standard. I always spent time with the cows. We had more than 400 cows. We were a joint family. Always our family was filled with more number of people. I used to see my mom cooking 200 chapatis, 300 chapatis, rotis. Some of them are actually raising their heads. Oh, okay, that is done at house. Yes, we have seen that. I never used to go to school. And I used to spend time with the cows, enjoy with the cows, and then spend time with a person by name Kalappa, who was the helper at our house. But Kalappa was a very shrewd businessman. What he used to do, he had a very simple model. There were 1,000 cows in our village. He used to take all the 1,000 cows for the grazing, and every cow, his model is 1 rupee per month. Kalappa earned 1,000 rupees a month. I'm talking about in the time period of 1980s, 1975s, 75s to 80s. He is a leader for me. I'm still in touch with Kalappa. Kalappa and my engagement is very special. Kalappa's son has been named as GK Pramod because of the love that he has got with me. Kalappa is a great leader for me. I realize without a proper business model, you cannot be successful in life. The next thing is my mom one day decided and she told me, if you're not going to the school, I'm going to stab you. That day I decided going to the school. We had wonderful mathematics professor by name PNN who taught us the basics of mathematics. The reason I told Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava, these are the 3 pillars of any leaders. You take any of these things, a leader should have the touch of a mother. A leader should have the guidance of a father. A leader should have the apathy or the empathy of a guru. That is leadership. All these things are revolving around that. Then I moved on. I went to my schooling in Mysore Ramakrishna Vidyashala, and then my Swamiji, Suresh Anandji, was a very disciplined person. He used to take care and then beat us. I always used to think, these guys are really creating a trouble for us. He's beating us. Very disciplined. In colleges, we always used to curse our teachers and professors. I also cursed Swamiji. But Swamiji taught me one thing in life. What is discipline? If at all I'm standing today here and talking to all of you, my credit to my Swamijis, my teachers in Mysore Ramakrishna Vidyashala. Suresh Anandji is another leader that I have come across in my life. You can Google his name, Suresh Anandji. He is a taskmaster. He has developed 100 acres of land in Mysore Ramakrishna Vidyashala. Even today, if you go there, you can see the beautiful garden there. Then I moved on. I did my POC. I remember my guru, DLS, who taught me what is differentiation, what is integration. The thing that he taught me was you need to understand the basic concepts. I didn't know dy by dx I used to do, integration used to do. Then he taught me dy by dx is nothing but a slope of a curve. Integration is nothing but the area below the curve. The other lesson that I learned from this guru was that understand the basics. We don't try to understand the basics, we try to crack the exams. We try to find out shortcuts in life. I'm not telling shortcuts are not required. You need to have shortcuts because if I have to finish my talk in 25 minutes, I have to have a shortcut. But if I don't have a foundation, I can't finish the talk in 5 minutes. With humility, I'm trying to tell you, I have practiced myself. I can finish my talk in 30 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 365 days I can finish my talk. So that is the kind of grooming that I have made. So coming back to this, then I did my POC, then I made engineering. One correction to Mr. Girish, it doesn't matter which engineering you are from, but I'm proud to tell I'm an electronics engineer. The reason is electronics has got a motherboard, electronics has a chipset, on top of it you write software. So I want to always get associated with software. So I'm an electronics engineer. I did my engineering in Hassan, and my father, got me a bike, Kawasaki bike. I was the first person to go from my village in a Kawasaki bike like a hero. So I used to go, but I was very kind of focused. I used to complete my activity and then come back. I had a teacher by name, professor by name Krishnamurthy, who actually forced us to do all the experiments through using microprocessors. So we learned the art of microprocessing at that point in time, and then I completed my engineering. And immediately after completing my engineering, I decided that I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So my talk is going to be of two phases, my dear friends. One, I call it as before the second year, the book that I have authored. Another is I call it as after the second year. So I'm going to give a pass to you before the second year. If you like my deliverables, I will continue to the post second year. Otherwise, I will compromise. So then I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I came to Bangalore and started searching for opportunities. Then I said I'm going to put up a silicon manufacturing industry in Hassan. My wife told, my sister told, you're a stupid guy. Hassan is known for potatoes. You're going to put a chipset manufacturing industry. Then randomly I selected a different line of business. I selected to sell automobile spare parts. Electronics engineer selling automobile spare parts. Okay, I decided to sell original spare parts. The first financial guy for me was my father. He sold his beautiful Colgate shares. 10 lakhs he invested in my business. I started an automobile business called Pushpak Automation, selling original spare parts of automotives. In any automotive business, if you sell only original spare parts, you can keep selling throughout your life. You will not make profits in the business. I'm not blaming the system. I'm blaming myself. You need to adjust to the ecosystem. There were a lot of commissions being involved. I used to do the highest sales. End of the day, return on investment, no return on investment. Another lesson I learned in life, madam, without return on investment, you keep starting any business, nobody will recognize you. Then I decided to shut down the business. I went and told my father that I want to close the business. He said one thing in my life, you can close the business, but never lose your confidence in life. A leader is one who will never make you to lose confidence in life. A leader is one who will make you to introspect in life. A leader is one who will help you to retrospect and move forward. And it was my dad at that point in time. I decided to close the business. Look at the fun now. With the spare parts, I came to JC Road, begging everybody that I want to sell the spare parts, because JC Road is known for spare parts in Bangalore, if somebody knows the automotive business. They told me, your product is 500 rupees, I'll buy at 50 rupees. If your product is 50 rupees, I'll buy at 5 rupees. Bapre, then how do I repay my father? So then, with so much of sorrow, I went back to my native place. Two of my friends, they were automobile diploma holders. They wanted to start something in their life. Here is the offer from GK. I told them, I will give you spare parts for 1 year. All that you have to do is that you have to repay in 1 year with installments. Shafi is one guy in near our place, near Hassan, called Arkulgud. He is number 1 dealer for Hero Honda today. You can check all these data and facts, whatever I'm sharing with you. And then today he is the biggest dealer of the automobile spare parts. He took 90% of my spare parts. Believe me, the financial discipline of him was so good, he returned the complete money in 1 year. And I was able to recover 8 lakhs. I repaid 8 lakhs to my dad, remaining 2 lakhs. Still I was not able to repay when I was in Hassan. This led me to depression. Because in life you don't achieve something, you can't get something, at that age, just imagine I was fresh from the college, 23 years, 25 years, your Pushpak automation has failed. Society talks about this. GMK's son, electronics engineer, failed miserably. Every function you go in India, people will pick you the wrong things, It's okay, that's our culture. Our culture has also the plus things. We need to learn how to handle those things in life. Then what happened? The whole thing was, I was depressed. GK became a chain smoker. So I started smoking 3 packs a day, 4 packs a day, and then I started drinking. I became an alcoholic. I was depressed because I did not know. Shall I continue? Yes. Okay. Hello, sir. So GK became depressed, So a guy who did not know smoking became a chain smoker. Then my friend came to the shop one day and he told, hey Bugger, you can't stop smoking. I challenged him, one day I'm going to stop smoking. I stopped smoking on that day. Life is beautiful. With this pain, it is beautiful. One window closes, another window opens. Business closed, life partner came. Bindas. No money with the life partner. Excellent scenario. So Shubha, my wife today, she is not able to come. She is the pillar of my journey. I keep telling, behind a successful man, there is one woman. Behind an unsuccessful man, there are too many women. So Shubha came in handy. She liked me. I liked her. Then I told my dad, what should I do? Then he said, okay, you decide. I decided to come to Bangalore. Started searching for a job. I searched a job for a period of 1 year. 1 year I searched the job. I could not get a job. I could not get a job. I wrote an article called Job Hunting in Kannada Prabha. GK Pramod became very famous, yeah? No money, being famous, what is the use? No use. Another lesson learned in life, you need to create value, you need to create money to be recognized also. No money become famous is not useful. Then I got an interview from Binary Systems where I started selling Apple Mac. Every hook and cook of Bangalore I know. I have traveled Mamulpet, Tarakpet, Chickpet, 150 kilometers in a bike. We got the first deal from Chitrakala Parishad, 10 lakhs Apple deal. I could not get the deal for a period of 10 months. Everybody used to stare me in my office looking at, non-performer, sales, non-performer. But my boss supported me. I remember the leader Harish Shetty, even today he's a legend. He supported me, he guided me, he mentored me. I never looked back after getting my first deal. Then I decided to leave Binary System. That was my last day in Binary System. I was still working. Harish comes to office and asks, boss, you're still working? Yes, sir. You're leaving tomorrow? Yes, sir. Why I should not work the day before I leave? but I'm seeing it for the first time. I said, that is my style. I left binary systems. I moved on to IDC, International Data Corporation, where I started selling reports. Reports from computers. Reports of 100 pages. I went and met IIMB CEO Ravi Marwa at that point in time. He said, for 100 pages report, I have to give you 5 lakhs. Per page it is this much thousand. Oh, come on, how do I sell? I learned the art of selling knowledge. I started equipping myself in terms of understanding the data. Then I realized data is very important for anybody to prove whether it is right or wrong. That is the reason today we are in data analytics, data crunching. Data is the key. I realized that IDC gave me every opportunity of that. Pradeep Gupta, you can Google around. Today he has got an IPO company. He trusted me. He said, GK, you have to manage this as a profit center. IDC as a profit center in Bangalore. I managed it as a profit center. I learned the art of training in IDC. So PG, we call him as, he gave me to learn the art of training in IDC. So as a leader of PG, I remember that, you need to allow the person to get yourself equipped. Then I moved on, then I started working with Shema Technologies, Anant Kopar, and the company was acquired by Emphasis later. I was given the opportunity to handle the European markets. Anant Koparji, I learned how to conduct a review meeting. Every review meeting was in the morning. We used to cuss him. Morning is calling for a review meeting on a Monday. He used to always tell, if you have to become extraordinary, you need to do something 10x. So that is the leadership skill that I learned from Anant. Then I moved on to Vincity, C. Ram Mohan, ex-Viprite. Then I started managing accounts like Cadence, Cisco, Texas. Then from there, I went to Taiwan to set up a software services in the area of embedded software services. One incident I would like to tell you in Vincity, my COO asked me, what do you want to become in your life? I said, at the age of 35, I want to become a CEO. He said, I myself is not a COO at the age of 45, you want to become a CEO. I said, Rob, you are that, I am this. But still I respect him because the kind of respect that he gave for me in spite of giving me this answer was something different. So then one incident which happened to me in my career I want to share with you. How much of time I have?
You still have 8 minutes.
8 minutes, okay. Share with you was the incident that happened in the year 2000. I went to the office. There was a pink slip on my chair. Pink slip means you are out of the job. 10 sales guys had lost the job. So with the pink slip, I had to come back to home. I came back to my home with the pink slip. In the year 2000, a guy having a pink slip in the hand is like, shameless. I came home, I told my wife, this is what it is. She laughingly said to me that, don't worry, we'll go for another honeymoon. So I went to Taiwan. I'll come back to Taiwan. We went to Taiwan. I worked for a software services company, built up the embedded software services. Every opportunity that I've got in my life was from the scratch. Everything I built it from the scratch. Then in the year 2006, my wife told that you either stop talking about entrepreneurship or start doing it. We started a software company called InduSoft. We did well. 4 years went on. 2010 was a recession, and we looked at our bank of accounts, our accounts. End of 2010, we just had a debt of 90 lakhs. So I told my wife, come back to India. She said, what will I do after coming back to India? I said, we'll come back, let's see what we will do. 2 of my friends helped me to clear that loan. They were my childhood friends. I sold my property and cleared their loans. So as a leader, I realized that financial discipline is the key. You can't bluff people. You can't create business model which flies like this. You have to build a realistic business model. Then from there on, I didn't have a job. I didn't have an enterprise. I was on the road. I didn't have money. Then my second gear journey started. So now I have got a challenge of 6 minutes to complete the second gear journey. So do you want to know my second gear journey, or shall I complete it here? Yes or no?
Yes.
Pardon, sir?
Go on to higher gears.
Okay, then I went to the second gear thing. Second gear is a book. Actually, I have been working with ROOTSET, Rural Development Self-Employment Training Institute, which empowers the unemployed youth as a hobby. That hobby I converted into business. I authored a book called Second Gear. It's a simple MBA concept for a common man. Professor is sitting here, I don't know whether you have heard what I said. It's a simple management concept for a common man. I authored the book in 2010. It was released by Dr. Hegde. I came back to Bangalore, started selling books. I couldn't sell books. My son helped me to sell books. We couldn't sell books. Financially, I was very weak. There was no grocery at home. I had a beautiful father-in-law. Always you marry somebody, father-in-law. That is another lesson in leadership. Lesson number 2 is marry somebody where father-in-law is good. He bought me groceries to my home. I didn't have groceries. Second year we struggled. Workshop we couldn't succeed. There was no sales. Dr. Raghu helped me to build 2 brands called Business Guru and Career Guru. Both of them became successful in a matter of 5 years, from 2010 to 2015. GK with 0, he became a hero in 2015. I had a cash of 5 crores in 2015. Second game gave me everything, name, fame, whatever you wanted, it gave you everything. Then from there we started it to diversify concept-based commercial property construction. Today we have done 75,000 square concept-based commercial property in Electronic City. We own the property with humility. I invite all the club members one day, you can come over there. I can demonstrate all the business units there. We started that and we wanted to have a concept in that. So we started a construction company. I didn't know anything. But all the second gear mentees who were there with me helped me to do the construction company. After doing the construction company, my wife is third generation baker. She said, I wanted to start a bakery. I said, bakery? I don't know anything. I don't know what is yeast, what is bread, what is cake. Okay, then we started a brand called Iyengar's Own Fresh. The uniqueness of Iyengar's Own Fresh is a traditional Iyengar bakery. If some of you know the traditional Iyengar bakery products like the aloo bun, the puffs, the dil pasand, coupled with the European style, we have the pastries, we have the fondant cakes. We started Iyengar Own Fresh. Above that, we have started a cafe called Cafe Coffee Confessions, which is a European style cafe. Above that, we have City Keys, which is a rooms. We have got 30 rooms. Above that, we have a Bangalore Belly, a fine dining restaurant. Above that, we have Casa Picasa, tropical terrace. Behind that, we have got service apartment. I'm marketing it as an integrated F&B hub. So, on part of the social work, I'm the advisory with Rootset, where we empower 750,000 youth across India. I'm a trustee with GORUR Development Trust, where we have renovated our 1,200-year-old temple, not by damaging it, by removing everything. We align with Dr. Virendra Reddy. Another lesson that I learned in life, alignment should be very important. With whom you align is very important. If you align with the wrong person, you have a wrong result. If you align with the right person, right result. Who is wrong, who is right, we don't know. The chemistry should match first. Okay? So that is the kind of social work that I'm doing. Now, what is that I want to do next? This is where I stand. How many more minutes? 2 minutes, okay. The next 2 mega projects which I'm thinking of, one is to set up an NGO across Pan-India to empower the rural youth on the bakery and the cafe skills. That's the first project. The second one is basically to set up a social enterprise. I was looking at the professor's resume yesterday, and I came to know that he's master in preparing organizations for competitive advantages. So the second one, we want to build up a social enterprise where we want to empower 25,000 micro entrepreneurs to build a bakery and cafe and to make an IPO in the next 6 years. So it's a social enterprise concept. The concept is, I want to make money, but I also want others to make money. So this is the dream that I have got. With humility, I'm requesting each one of you, if anyone wants to join you for that cause, you're most welcome for that. So I think with this, I would complete my session and open it for Q&A. So I would like to take the Q&A. Am I on time?
Yeah.
Or before time?
One more.
1 more minute, okay. So there are no questions, then you have understood everything.
President has it.
It was fantastic listening to you.
Yeah.
It appears as if I'm watching a Rajinikanth movie. Becoming a popular hero. And if you want to cite one particular trait for a leader, what will be?
One
To
particular
be
trait.
successful.
First, be a good human being. That's the baseline, na? Matru-deva bhava, Pitru-deva bhava, Atiti-deva bhava. That is the baseline. That is the single sentence. Be a good human being first. Then build a model around that. Without being a good human being, you build a model and you create something. And that's the basic thing.
Thank you.
So what keeps you going what kept you going from being a serial entrepreneur? Whether it was your own intuition or your family support?
There is no choice left. What incubation? What family? You're left with no choice how to earn something for the family. But fortunately, I said, my wife, my son also, he came and sold the products in a normal shop. We used to pray God. Today, 10 books are sold and get 400 rupees. Grocery at home. So no question of this or that. It is a necessity. Necessity. You need to run the show. But one thing I will admit you, my family members never asked for a diamond necklace. She never demanded for a diamond necklace. If she had demanded for a diamond necklace, I would have not been able to deliver it. And also, the reason I told all these leaders, 12 leaders whom I mentioned to you, I will bet on you, I have 100 leaders' photos which can be taken on my front and then shown to you. I am just the front end. It is because of their support. It is because of their mentorship for me. After 2010, I realized in my life, after starting second year, I realized in my life that you need to have mentors in life. A barber can't cut his own hair. A mentor can't do his own mentoring. A surgeon can't do his own surgery. Today I am proud to tell I have got 5 professional mentors with me.
One question.
He's showing the red card.
Let's few more minutes, please. Yeah. What is that kept you going on, even if you had so many setbacks? What is that one thing that helped you to come out?
What is setback? I don't define setback. It is nothing but an experiment. You do an experiment, there is a result. Most of you are engineers here. You do titration. In the examiner day, the titration will not be proper. It's non-engineers here. It's an experiment that I have done. That experiment has not yielded the result what you wanted. You want to go and propose a girl. All the girls that you propose, they will like you. All the dating that you go is successful. No, but you not stop doing dating, right? So it is just the experiment. You keep doing experiments and the experiment has a result and the result is good and the result is bad. That's it. If you take that your mind towards that, it's an experiment that I have done today, and that experiment has given me this result. I'm happy with that. I'm not happy with that. I can move forward. Yeah.
Why second gear?
Why second gear? Excellent question. The credit goes to Kitty, who is the PR guy of my friend. Second gear is the question has been put because it's a second life for me. People who come to me also should lead a second life. The other important thing from a PR angle, from a branding angle, people should ask me why second gear. Period. You have asked. So that is there in your mind. You will never forget. Why second gear?
Since you started with your household, childhood activity, what is it that you have finally gone ahead to give back to your native guru?
Yeah, actually, I have started a foundation called GNK Foundation, where we actually take the boys who put newspapers and milk. We empower them. My father always believed in education. I have a batch of 10 people who have passed on that. And the NGO that I am talking will be in the name of GNK Foundation. Our trust, GORUR Development Trust, is in our native itself. I am very much embedded to the native. So which means you are grounded. You are grounded. My hobbies are, I am an agriculturist, I am a natural farmer, I am a trekker. I did Mount Kailash 40 kilometers trekking with this beautiful fat body. Okay, so I could do it. So that's the whole thing. And before that, I had to start the session by saying that actually I had a dream to do MBA in IIMB. I took several entrance tests, professor, without preparation. Entrance tests, I took it in Christ. I had a dream to do in Christ also, do an MBA in IIM also. I couldn't do Christ, I couldn't do IIM. My son did his schooling in Christ. And today, I'm so humbled that you guys have called me here and allowed me to give my delivery.